Scary.
Hi guys, this is Matt for Creative.
And it is his job to call it
so in the
out
background
as
you
it
can
is.
hear
The fact that
CNN
Caitlin says the
playing.
vice
I've been
president is
taking a
being
look
more
at
forceful
coverage
tells
on
you quite a bit.
Citizen
The fact that Jim
and
Acosta and others on our White House team say the president has been watching this all day long.
what began
He's watching
as
this and
a
doing
Trump
nothing. Now,
rally
he will say, as he has said in the past, his second
and
tweet was a little
support
tougher than the
for
first tweet.
Trump
He has
in
authorized the
Washington,
National
D.C.
Guard
around
to
the
go and
Capitol
help. Those are
has
steps
now
that may help a bit,
changed
but the
and
challenge of
descended
leadership is to stand
into
up to your people when they're doing
people
something that
breaking
is
into
wrong
the Capitol.
and tell them they
Two
need to
people
back
have
down.
reported to be
And it
shot.
begins with the president, but it's not just him. The people in that building
Officers
who keep
have
saying,
been
let's
injured.
appoint a
And I
commission
keep on thinking,
to look
like,
again into allegations of election
with the way
fraud
that news
that have
is
been brought
reported
to
right
more
now,
than 60
it's
court
what you
cases
choose
across
to
the
say,
country
it's what you
and
choose
rejected
to
out of
leave out,
hand.
and the
One of the tests
visuals
of
that you
leadership is
choose
to look
to
the
show.
people who support you in the eye
Because
and say,
just
we are
omitting
wrong,
something
or it
or
is over,
getting to
and
it
we are
later
done. So
and
it's not
not
just the
keeping it up
president, it's
front,
those supporting
that
him
can
in that building
dictate how
too.
you
And
do
it'll be
report the
fascinating for me to
news.
see, A,
So
will the president wake up here
most
and say
news
something
outlets
publicly
don't
with a
have
camera pointed at him,
an
and
angle,
then B, what will his supporters in
or
that
say they
Capitol,
don't
when
have
they
an
resume the
angle, it's
debate
very easy
about
for
certifying
them to
Joe Biden's
actually
election as president, will some of these
feed
Republicans
into
realize
one side or the other,
what they're
either
doing is
being right
not only
or
a
left,
fantasy,
because this
but it's
is
a
very
dangerous fantasy, and
black
they need to
and
back
white
down.
kind
We're
of
told that
country,
the entire,
whereas
John, the entire
Democrats and
D.C.
Republicans,
National
because
Guard,
it's basically
thousands
a
of troops
two-party
here in the
company
nation's
here.
capital. The
So,
entire National Guard
unfortunately,
has been
this is what
activated
it's
by
kind
the
of
U.S.
descended
Department
to.
of Defense following
The
this
entire
mob
D.C.
that has
National
attacked
Guard
the
has been
U.S. Capitol.
activated.
Phil Mattingly is up on Capitol Hill right
Trump
now.
has
You're getting more
tweeted,
very disturbing information.
just
What are you
to
learning?
just respect law enforcement, no violence, but honestly it is a tweet and there can be a lot more done. CNN is reporting that Trump is silent. Now I do see a tweet as being something that's relevant, but like when you see the people who are there, I don't believe maybe they'll be checking their phones. They're in progress doing things. Hopefully they are being pushed out of the Capitol, and hopefully this doesn't go anywhere else. I have seen reports, let's see, on a flight from Texas to DC, possibly, where some Trump propaganda was being shown, which is no problem because maybe they just want to get their voice out. But it's little things like that that could amass. What worries me is that things could get out of control in multiple locations, because after people see this, see the coverage, which everything has to be covered, as much as in this case, they have the coverage, they have the images. It just is worrying to see this, because other people can take their cues from this and see that people, not all of the supporters, some people had the balls to go into the Capitol to look around, to interfere with the Congress trying to certify the presidential election, and it's just, it has descended into violence. And honestly, I don't see the violence maybe coming from the Trump supporters, because there was not a lot of police presence there. It's basically they just walked in. Soon, when there's more police presence, then we're going to see exactly what's going on here. But moving into the Capitol, they had no resistance, and they kind of just went inside, and everyone locked down. Now that there's going to be police presence, there's probably going to be more confrontation, and that's going to lead to violence. But it is very, very, let's see, there is a chance that it could literally just be an officer firing on a protester that incites everyone around it. It could be maybe some protester has a firearm and they choose to use it on somebody else, not in the protest. These are all possibilities where it could be the trigger to lead to greater things in this country. Not as in greater as in better, but as greater as in larger than is what is occurring here. So it's worrisome to see this. I am a Biden supporter for this year. I'm looking forward to him to being president, but there is so much that I wish I could say to these Trump supporters. I felt distraught when Hillary lost in 2016, even though she was not a prime candidate. I didn't know it was going to be upcoming for the conflict in what I was thinking with what the United States should be for the next 4 years. And here we are on the verge where things are going to make another change, which are more in line with what I think is right. And Trump all along has said that the presidential election has been fraudulent, and he has just been feeding this fire, which is now ablaze. And hopefully all this is just trespassing, and then that is it. Hopefully it does not incite anything else, and this just stays as trespassing, which is bad nonetheless. It's a black eye for the United States. It's January 6, 2021. It's definitely not a good look whatsoever. So please be safe, everyone. The best way to get your point across is honestly, and I think this not just because I'm a YouTuber, is to do things like this. If you comment on something on Facebook, it's just going to be back and forth, back and forth. And it's really hard to talk to people one-on-one, maybe on the phone, you can't just call people up. But when you make a video like this, you can actually get people to respond to you in different ways. I always put my Instagram, I put my email, and of course people can put things in the comment section, so I always see what people think about me and topics that I bring up, especially this very politically relevant topic. And of course I'm going to get a lot of people saying, oh, no, you're wrong, and just basic negativity on what I'm saying. But the things that stand out to me, and I think that are great, is when somebody is very clear and to the point about why they do disagree with what I'm saying. And I think it's very relevant, because that way I can have a true conversation with the people who think differently from me. Now for me, I'm very quick to point out that if you bring up a very light topic with no research, with no backing, or are just rude or attacking or antagonizing, then I'm going to come back with the exact same energy, because that's what I think a response like that deserves. But for the people who take the time to actually present something, because I can't be right all the time, no one can. Hopefully there can be a dialogue created, and this just helps. Make your own videos. If you oppose, bring the facts up. Bring just how you feel. If it's just something that's emotional, bring it up. I know that sometimes people on the right now may think that they are being muzzled and that they can't say what they think. Most of the times, I think, because sometimes there are it's other things, but it's just because they're antagonizing. They're being forcefully antagonizing, and then that brings the other side, and then it just creates a confrontation. These platforms, they love engagement, but they don't want it to get too much. Facebook, YouTube, anything, Twitter, they all want your engagement, but when it reaches too high, where it could affect something in the real world, like violence or anything like that, it's just, it becomes an issue. So please make your thoughts known. Don't scream it. Just put it out there, because this is the time when we all need to talk. Literally talk, because I don't want this to descend into violence. I don't want this to be a civil war. I want this to be two people on two sides just trying to come to a consensus where we're all treated the right way. All right, guys, there's going to be so much more coverage after this, because this is ongoing, but I really wanted to make a video about this very quickly to just say, please, just no violence. I know there have been times when I said that maybe things like this are part of riots, but in this case, I believe no violence. Again, I could be wrong about this. I could be wrong about everything. But please, if you respect what I say, no violence. Alright guys, thank you for watching. If you have any comments, questions, anything, put it in the comment section below. I'm on Instagram at m8b9. You can email me at matt8b9@gmail.com. Again, thanks for watching, be safe, and I will see you next time.